So let's take a closer look at the top 10 Grosfillex chairs. First we have the Grosfillex Malega chair. The first thing you're going to notice is it's straight back, and the way its arms come off to the side and its tubular front legs. And then you're going to notice the pattern on the seat like this. It's got holes for drainage. It's got traditional style plastic chair legs for the back legs. Let's flip it over carefully and have a look at it. You can see how the pattern goes all the way through the chair. You can see the holes for drainage, all the ribbings. There's the Grosfillex stamping. It says 1989 on there. There you can see all those ribs, those ribs. It's got the rib going the whole way across. There's my #1 sticker. There's the feet for this chair. A little bit of leakage right there from the mold because they made so many of these. And there's the front legs. Next we have one of my other favorite chairs, the Grosfillex Miami Lowback. First thing you're going to notice is it's slatted back and its tubular front legs. And then you're going to notice the lines on the seat like that, the waterfall front edge, the holes for drainage, and the inward pointing rear legs. So let's flip it over carefully and have a look at the underside. There you can see the slatted back. There you can see all the ribbing, how the legs are. These are for stacking purposes to keep the chairs from sticking together. There's those ribs, the rib going across the bottom, those ribs, the holes for drainage, the Grosfillex stamping. Yeah, every plastic chair comes with a sticker like this. Recommended maintenance and safety instructions. Incorporate these safety and maintenance guidelines into your facility's maintenance program to further ensure this chair's safe and useful life. Carefully inspect the chair regularly for any sign of damage. If damaged, immediately remove chair from service. Chairs should not be stacked more than 48 inches high. Do not push or drag stacked chairs. If stack falls, carefully inspect each chair for damage and immediately remove any damaged chair from service. The useful life of this chair also depends on the extent of its exposure to ultraviolet light, extreme cold temperature, frequency and manner of use, and the likelihood of misuse or abuse. Next we have the Grosfillex specific fan back chair. First thing you're going to see is the fan back design kind of looks like a seashell. It's got its tubular front legs, inward back legs. There's the holes for drainage. You can see some lines on the seat just like the other Grosfillex chair. It's got a low, wide, droopy profile like most of the Grosfillex chairs. So let's flip it over carefully and have a look at it. There you can see the fan back design, thick slats, the holes for drainage, a big rib on the back, big rib on the side, how the feet are. Yeah, no rubber feet. These chairs are just that good. Next we have the Grosfillex Miami Bistro, kind of a bistro chair. First thing you're going to see is it doesn't look like a normal chair. It doesn't have arms or anything. You're going to see its bistro back, the seat with the lines and the glossy and matite strips. You can see its legs, how they're kind of curved like this. And they're like 90 degrees. So let's flip it over carefully and have a look at the underside. It's a little bit different than the Cafe Vienna. It's not quite as sturdy and doesn't have as much ribbing. Next we have the Grosfillex Miami Highback chair. It's kind of just like the Miami Lowback chair, same ribbing and everything underneath, except it's got a higher back. Next we have the Fiji Highback, pretty much absolutely identical to the Miami Lowback, except it's got a high back with thin slat. I also want to point out that there is a Fiji Lowback, a lowback chair with thin slats. It's just like the Miami Lowback chair. This chair, the Fiji Lowback, which I don't have, the Miami Highback and Fiji Highback, all came out of the same mold. The base of each chair is absolutely identical except for the back. They have different what are called inserts that they can use to change the back design from a high or a low back or a thin or a thick slatted back. Next we have the Madres Club chair with its oval back. Yeah, the first thing you're going to see is this is kind of a decorative chair. It doesn't look like the other ones at all. It's got pretty wide arms. The legs are a little bit different on this one. It doesn't really have good holes for drainage, and it's got some lines on the seat. Let's flip it over carefully and have a look at the underside. Yeah, there's the round back. There's a Grosfillex stamping right there by the holes for drainage. Yeah, there you can see all the lit ribbing and how the legs are. They're not shaped like normal plastic chair legs. Next we have this other Madres Club chair with a decorative back. This chair is absolutely identical to that one underneath. It has the same holes for drainage, same arms, same lines on the seat, except it's got a two-piece design with this back that's a different color plastic. Yeah, this back just pops right into the frame. There you can see how that pops in. Next we have the Samoa decor. It's another two-piece chair with a back that pops in. It's pretty much the same exact design as the Miami low back and high back chair, except it's got this kind of back. Yeah, this chair's been hidden away in my basement for quite a while. I haven't had it out. There you can see how it just pops in. It's kind of a basket weave design. And then I got the Madres lounge chair. I'll put the link to the video on this chair in the video description. Yeah, I should have a Savannah high back and a Madres classic chair, but I don't add to this list. Because when I moved into this neighborhood, there was two houses. One had Madres classic chairs and the other had Savannah high back chairs. But since people were idiots, they got thrown away before I could get to them and save them. I mean, there was nothing wrong with them, they were nice chairs, but people threw them away just because they didn't want them anymore. So anyway, there's a closer look at the top 10 Grosfillex chairs.